Admiral James Stavridis, I interrupted you mid-sentence, and I'm so sorry because you were saying something that, as always, that I agree with, which is that Jens Stoltenberg is a treasure to the alliance, and I can say that. He's going out. This is his last big NATO summit. But he has been an extraordinary leader. I'm going to be interviewing him tonight at the conclusion of NATO after his news conference. But let's talk about where those bases are and why the U.S. is almost the lone holdout against international law, which Stoltenberg articulated, which is that it's a war of aggression. Russia started it. Ukraine has a right to defend itself. The incoming is coming from those bases. They know where they are. They've got the ATACMS. They've got the ability to strike them. They're going to have F-16s this summer. And why would that be escalatory when Vladimir Putin is hitting targeted hits on a children's hospital in the Ukrainian's capital city of Kyiv, with many people dead and injured?
Yeah, I'd predict that the administration will change course on this. And you're correct. All of our allies, essentially the ones that have the significant systems, have already signed up to going deeper inside Russia. The conventional answer to the question, why aren't we doing it, would be, oh, Russia's a nuclear power. We don't want to escalate. But that's the same logic that we've used now to avoid sending Abrams tanks, to avoid sending Patriot batteries, to avoid sending, above all, the F-16s. If we'd done those things sooner and had been less incremental, we would perhaps be in a stronger position. Having said that, in my view, clearly the right thing to do, as we say in the Navy, batteries released to the Ukrainians. I'd give them a number, say 400 kilometers inside of Russia, and tell Putin this is coming, and as long as you continue to strike Ukrainian targets, your systems will be held at risk by systems built in the United States. I'm fine with that.
You know, and Russia today is even objecting to moving the joint command or the coordinating command to Germany with the training, which is one of the big steps from the communique today. And we've had military, since all through the Cold War and since in Germany, so that's nothing new. Let me ask you about China, though, because a big piece of the communique, something that everyone agrees on, is pushing back against China and accusing them of what, frankly, the U.S. first accused China of more than a year ago at the Munich Security Forum, which is not weapons transfers to Vladimir Putin, but dual-use technology and material, which is propping him up aside from money and oil purchases and sanction evasions.
This is the right message from the NATO alliance collectively, which, oh, by the way, China, here's the wake-up call. NATO has 32 countries. It's over 50% of the world's gross domestic product. It's the largest market in the world, collectively, NATO. So China, listen when we say to you, we are going to start imposing sanctions against you, possibly, if you continue to provide the weapons of war to Ukraine. And my sources tell me, I'm sure yours do as well, that the U.S. laid out a very strong intelligence case showing these dual-use technologies, meaning things that could be used in a civilian product but are equally capable of being inserted, a chip, for example, into a drone system. That's what's flowing across the border. China needs to hear that message loud and clear from the alliance. I'm really proud of the alliance for pushing back collectively on it. I think we've got the economic leverage here.
And they also communicated an irreversible path for membership for Ukraine, and that the training and all of the battle coordination is going to help foster that.
Hey there, MSNBC fans. I'm Luke Russert, and be sure to join me, Rachel Maddow, Jen Psaki, Lawrence O'Donnell, Steve Kornacki, Joy Reid, and many more September 7th in Brooklyn, MSNBC Live Democracy 2024. Click on the link for ticket information. We will see you there.